What's really good in the hood, y'all? Your girl Gypsy here has the exclusive YouTube review for you today. What it is, you already know how I do. It's the Made To Move yellow top, aka Asha, aka the black one. Say no more, let's get into it. First of all, subscribe, like this video. If you're on Instagram or Twitter, hit me up. Leave a comment with your username so I can find you and we can follow each other. Alright, now let's have a look at the box. On the back, clear as day, you see the 4 dolls from this wave displayed. Yes, the mystery is over. As I suspected, Yellow Top was always part of wave 1, and she's featured with the other 3 dolls on her own box. But here's the box from another Made To Move doll. I already own the tan one and the pale one, aka blue top and purple top, and their boxes never showed the Yellow Top doll on the back. Just those tiny little thumbnail style photos on the inside of the packaging where she's barely even visible. So that being said, Mattel, your marketing for this brown skin doll is horrendous, and I am disappointed in you for doing this yet again when it comes to our brown dolls. They know there's a demand for them, they know we want them, but they keep playing these games. I'm so onto you, Mattel. You ain't fooling me. So seriously, step it up, man. Okay, so now that we've established the black doll conspiracy and my mini rant is over, let's keep it moving and get her out of this box because she can't breathe. Straight out the box, she's got on her signature yoga outfit. The top is bright yellow or even a neon green color. It's like a highlighter yellow. And there's a block of hot pink at the bottom. I have her rocking it off the shoulder because I think that makes these shirts look a little bit better. The back does not open. There's no Velcro or snaps. You have to slide it up and down her legs when you're trying to get it on and off. Now, if you have small children, that's probably going to get a little frustrating for them. So anticipate having to help them with that. However, the shirt is stretchy, so that helps a little bit. Her pants are plain black capri leggings. There is a waistband, no Velcro or opening, but they do slip on and off quite easily. She's not wearing any shoes. She doesn't come with any accessories. I would have liked to see these dolls with maybe a yoga mat or bottled water, Gatorade even, maybe some weights or exercise equipment, like a jump rope or something simple like that, even some headphones and an MP3 player, whatever. Moving on, Homegirl has the same complexion as the Grace character from Sew and Style series and Life in the Dreamhouse series. Here's my doll, Somi. She started off as a cis Grace doll, but she has been repainted, so her face looks a little bit different. They're the same color, so you can rebody your dolls with this type of complexion onto the Made To Move bodies and be chillin'. Keep in mind, she is not the same skin tone as Nikki. Nikki is much lighter than Yellow Top, and she is gonna look hella weird on this body, so don't rebody your Nikki dolls onto the Made To Move Yellow Top body because you're gonna be looking like you're colorblind. That means we're gonna have to wait for wave 2 for the Nikki complexion. Now, here's how her joints work. She has double jointed elbows. They are a little bit stiff, so you gotta work these joints, but that's good because the doll's body will hold up during heavy play. Her thighs rotate, so you can rotate the whole leg. Her nude body allows us to see her pretty brown complexion. It reminds me of milk chocolate. Her torso is super pretty. I really like the shape of these Made To Move bodies. She's a bit wider in the waist and the hips than the average playline Barbie, so keep that in mind when you're dressing her. Her arms do rotate all the way around, and she can move her wrists and touch her face in different places. So posing her with a phone or food wouldn't be a challenge like it was with the older articulated body types. Her hands are open palms. I think the older bodies had better hands because their palms weren't as flat, and you could kind of make them look like they were gripping things a little bit more naturally. So hopefully there will be some kind of an adjustment to the design of the hands for the later models of Made To Move dolls. I mean, crossing my fingers, I hope there will be. That would be good to see an improvement on the hands, but we'll see what happens. The hairstyle is the same as the 2015 Fashionista doll with the purple plaid skirt. I did a review on her, so go ahead and watch that if you haven't already. I don't know why they repeated a hairstyle that they already used on a doll that has the exact same face sculpt, but I guess it's not a really huge setback. I just would have liked to see a more original hairstyle on this Made to Move doll, whose face mold hasn't really been used in a very long time, you know? Her ponytail has been released, so now we can take a better look at her rooting. The hair is ultra soft saran material and there's no gel in it. It is fluffy and curly on the ends. The hair is rooted very well and it's thick. I think that these curls will stay even if you wash the doll's hair. I don't see a part in her hair. Her hair would be fun to style if you decide to keep this head on her body. It is short, but it's long enough to have a little bit of styling options. You could fluff it out and give her a little bit of a fro, or you could wet and set it to have a little bit of a curly bob thing going on. You could even tie it in ponytails or pigtails, and she could have these little pom-poms. There is a two-tone color scheme of light and dark hair, so she's got some highlights going on. Her face is void of any makeup. She has really light honey brown eyes and her lips are glossy, but the color is very natural and not like bright pink lipstick and all of that stuff. These dolls have the same face sculpt, but this is an older version of the Asha face sculpt. So here's a comparison. To me, they seem very similar. This one is my doll Thais, who I pretend is Brazilian because of her complexion and her long dark hair. I like Thais, but I'm not sure if I want to keep the Made to Move doll with this face on the body. So I'm just not gonna name her for right now. Like if I name her, I'll get attached to her face. So I don't know, I have to make up my mind about that. But the 3 dolls that I did purchase, they have slightly different paint jobs if you look closely. Like this one way at the far right, she seems to have the best teeth. So if I keep one, I would probably keep this one on the body because I like her teeth better than the others. I know I'm kind of weird, but I always do that. I always like check the paint job on the dolls to make sure that I have the best one, because sometimes they're not drawn like symmetrically. So I don't know, I look at all of that stuff. At this point, I'm surely rebodying all of the dolls that I have in this Made to Move yellow top complexion, because I have so many dolls with this skin tone who have been dying for a new body. So before we rebody the doll, let's give her an outfit change. Here is her change of clothes. I think she looks cute in any color scheme because of her skin tone. The medium brown color doesn't really clash with bright colors in the clothing, so I think she'll look good in pretty much anything. I would probably pierce her ears so she can wear some accessories. In my first review of these dolls, I said they looked like robots because of the joints. But I gotta admit, I am getting used to them and it doesn't bother me so much anymore. I figure they have to grow on you and then it's like they're invisible. I believe this Made to Move body type will be the standard jointed bodies for articulated dolls made by Barbie. I will go more into detail on why I feel this in a future doll events video, so I'm not gonna really get into it here, but if my prediction turns out to be correct, that would be a huge plus for Barbie lovers everywhere. I'm gonna try Somi on a Made to Move body because the Live doll body that she's on looks way too young for this doll. So here she is on the Made to Move body and she looks outstanding. I had to get her off of this Live body because her feet are way too big and I don't feel like making shoes for her right now. So she's just perpetually shoeless, and like I said before, I feel like the Live doll body just made her look so young and I don't want this character to look like a teenager. Plus, the articulation isn't better than the Made to Move body, and I didn't really want to spend $20 on a flats to heels Grace doll body for her, so I just waited for these to come out because I figured they would around the beginning of the year, and it's like 2 days away from January 1st, so yeah. Now here's another doll with the same complexion. This is Pantsil Pink, whom I renamed Ariadne. Adney is on a Grace flats to heels body, but I will be giving her a Made to Move body as well. And here's my darling red Ruffles doll. Her name is Vienna. She was a fashionista. She's also on a Grace jointed body, but she will look great on this Made to Move body, so she'll be getting a transplant as well. Here are some other dolls with the same complexion to give you guys some ideas for dolls that you guys might be able to rebody in your own collections. I have this Liv doll. I think her name is Alexis or something like that. Yeah, and she's the darker one because there's like 2 versions of this doll by Liv. So if you have the darker Liv doll, she would fit great on a gray skin tone, and that's the same skin tone as this Made to Move doll. And here is my actual Grace dolls. One is a fashionista and the other one is from the Style Glam Flats to Heels version, whatever they call her. This doll, Fancy Flowers, I did a review on her, so go ahead and check that review out. Her skin is a lot darker than the Made to Move yellow top doll. I would love to see a Made to Move body in this deep chocolate complexion. For now, I have her on a Sew and Style Chandra body that's articulated, but she's sharing this body with other dolls of the same complexion because these jointed dark skin bodies are very hard to find. So hopefully that will be changing in the near future. We'll see some different brown skin tones for these dolls. The only downside to the articulation of Made to Move dolls is their ankle joints. They're very flimsy and very weak, and the dolls can't balance on their own, even with shoes on, because her ankles can't hold up her weight. In fact, this body type has way more weight to it than these plastic hollow dolls that have been on the market in the last few years. Like, she's very sturdy and strong, so that's definitely a plus to me, but something about the ankles is just they're very weak. So maybe that would be another adjustment that Mattel will make to these dolls. Personally, I would rather she have sturdy, steady feet than the ability to move the ankles from flats to heels. That's just how I feel about it, because I don't like for my dolls to like feel weak, you know, feel like so flimsy, but that's just my personal preference. Anyway, don't try to pose her without a stand or without leaning on something, because she will bust her behind on you. Also, go ahead and subscribe so you can be notified when the giveaway for this doll is announced. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be giving away the yellow top doll in the near future because so many of you guys want her, and I would love to see somebody who can't find her in their area win her for their collection. She's totally worth it. This is probably the only one in this wave that I think is actually worth keeping the head on her body. So, the contest will only be for subscribers to enter. Make sure you jump ahead of the game and sub now. Like this video, share it with your friends on your social media networks, and add it to a playlist on your own channel, and follow me on IG and Twitter so we can discuss dolls when we are not on YouTube. Special thanks to my husband for keeping this doll on his radar and checking for her. If it weren't for him, I totally would have missed her. They only had 4 of these dolls in the store, and she wasn't even on the floor. She was stashed in the back room. So these black dolls are poorly marketed. Watch my previous haul video to hear some tips as to how you could get your hands on her. You can't trust the websites or even the store sales floor. I don't want to get all into it here, but just watch that video for some tips. Thank you guys for watching. I wish you guys a dolly day, and Happy New Year, everyone! Oh yeah, and how could I forget? Happy birthday to my sweet little angel, Chayu Jackson. She turned 4, and I gotta give my baby a shout out. So happy birthday! Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Chayu. It's my birthday.